On to heat number 2 for the Classics this afternoon at Hednesford, and change of position. We're on the home straight for this recording of the second event, and number 1 or 2 absentees from this race. 75 Colin Gilbert is not taking part due to low oil pressure in the 75 car, and 172 Colin Hitch is an unfortunate casualty of that first race crash, and Colin is already on his way back home to his Royston home down in Hertfordshire. So the lineup in this one will be with 275 Chris Ketton and 31 Steve Gooding out on the front row. And moving back to the yellow tops, we have 121 Buckinghamshire's Charlie Shembry, and from Bowness in Scotland we have 247 Graham McKay. Number 10 is Paul Bowring and 271 Jamie Johnson, and 24 we have Cheshire's Roger Wright. Out on the far side there we move to number 88 Dave Owen. On his outside is 198 Andy Steward, and then we have 445 Graham Boyd and number 8 Daz Owen, and 30 is Jamie Bowring. Out on the far side, star grade starters with 29 Stu Donald and 244 Phil Gamboni. 144 Tim Foxlow and 333 Lee Wood. The heir apparent points champion, current reigning national champion, is 161 Daniel Holden, and the defending title holder is 20 Dave Fry. Starting car moves them away, and we're on the rolling lap for heat number 2 for the Classics. And Shembry, Bowring and Johnson, and Roger Wright in 24. '88 Dave Owen, getting ready for the start of this race very soon now. Star car leads them around onto the approach to the home straight, and the Seagrey drivers are going to drop the hammer, and we are away. So let's get all the cars through the picture and to the opening lap. So here comes Captain, leading through from 444 Gary Andrews and 31 Steve Gooding. The yellow top charge is headed by Scotland's 247 Graham McKay. Red tops, 244 Phil Gamboni, 144 Tim Foxlow. And here's your leaders through. Johnson on the inside of Shembry. Shembry challenging back on the far side as they go to turn number 3, and all of them bulked by slower cars. We have yellow flags, and that will be the reason why there's an incident out on the track. And it's Stu Donald, that car that has been handling evilly through Heat 1. He was just telling me before the race how much he was struggling with the control of that car and these greasy wet conditions, and Stu finds himself in the plating out on the back straight. Oh, and it looks like he has been winded somewhat in that incident. He's out the car, which is good. I think he's hurt himself. So, drier conditions there in the second race, but still very greasy and very slippery out on track. as they look to attend to the stricken Scunthorpe driver, 29 Stu Donald. Might have hurt his wrist or something by the look of it. He is on his feet, so they're just going to check him over. Poor Stu, but hopefully he'll be alright. 60 years old, but still a warrior, and hopefully he will be back for more. Although perhaps not today. So Catton in 2.75, still the early race leader. Have a look at that car of Donald's as it comes out. Wing damage yet again. And front wheel out of set, clearly broken a tie bar or steering arm. Stu's come back to pit lane under his own power, but obviously feeling a bit disconsolate with the crash. So just waiting for the all clear again from the stewards. Yeah, and that car of Donald's looking a little bit sorry for itself. So another casualty of these tricky conditions here at Hednesford, although it does look like it is brightening up somewhat as we move through the afternoon. Still we wait for the all clear. Well, and there is the all clear that the meeting steward, Paul Gerrard, has given to the race control, and the drivers move away again with Catton at the head of affairs from Andrews and Steve Gooding. Then we have Graham McCabe and Jamie Johnson. Well, there will be a case as to whether they can get past these lower graded cars before the likes of Neal Smith bears down on them in 6.57. Away again, Gamboni. Foxlow dives through on his inside. Seems to be a quicker race. Smith is on the move in 6.57. Line on Foxlow as the sun even comes out. Foxlow making moves himself as he dives on the inside of Gooding. Go down sunny, slippy back straight. Challenging with Bowering in the middle order on the pack. They'll pick up the leaders as they move through next time. And the leader is Scotland's 247, Graham McCabe, ahead of 1988, Donut Steward, and the 271, Jamie Johnson. 275 is Captain's fourth, from 121, Charlie Shembry. Rest of the drivers following through, headed by Bowering and Roger Wright. Then comes number 8, Daz Owen. And on his outside, looking incredibly fast still, 6.57, Neal Smith. Smith has passed Foxlow, passing Boyd, right on the tail end of 8 Daz Owen. It really is quite an exhibition that Neal Smith, the former national hot rod pilot, is putting in here at Hednesford. A little bit of a nudge there, and Owen, well, he's not moving yet, but here comes Smith now. And there he is, diving in on the inside, on the outside line now, and Roger Wright. As we move relentlessly through the field. It really is an exhibition that Smith is putting on this afternoon. And this is debut meeting in classic hot rod racing. So there's Shembry, there goes Smith. And if we pan forward, we catch up with the leaders. And it's Andy Steward from Graham McCabe and Jamie Johnson. 4th is 657 Neal Smith. 5th 121 Charlie Shembry. Then goes Daz Owen, Bowring and Holden. And the battle really is quite hot at the tail end of the field. Foxlow balked by Chris Catton. And here comes Smith again. An absolute exhibition that man is putting on in the wheel of that Ford Anglia. Here's the battle for 2nd place between Graham McCabe and Jamie Johnson. And there goes your leader through, lapping Gary Andrews, and coming up to chase after 333 Lee Wood. So it's 198. In 2nd place, 347. 3rd, 271, Jamie Johnson. And with 5 to go, there in 4th place is 657 Neal Smith. Battle on the tail end still. Seemingly a better race than it was in Heat 1. With 4 laps remaining. Leaders coming through again, and it's 198. Andy Steward made the switch from all wet tyres in Heat 1. He's put slicks on for Heat 2, as he instructed his mechanics to change just before we started this race. Certainly has paid the dividend, because Neal Smith is not going to catch him in this race. 198 your leader with 3 remaining. Oh, look at Gamboni there! And he went far too wide, put the power on and hit Chris Catton. Chris Catton spun out. We're on to our last lap. And there goes Neal Smith. On the last lap remaining. Rest of them piling on through. Checking flag time, and it's 198 Andy Steward who wins. 657 Neal Smith will be coming in for 2nd place. In 3rd, 247 Graham McCabe. 4th, 271 Jamie Johnson. 5th, dead heat almost between 121 and 161. Then we had number 8 and 445, number 10, number 20 and 144. Good race, but casualties up there. Donald, Catton, Lee Wood stuck in the plating up there, and I hope that the damage is not too severe, but that was really down to Phil Gamboni being a little bit too impetuous into the throttle as he moved through turn number 1. Just dinked the 275 car, and Lee Wood had nowhere to go. But a great exhibition of racing again in heat number 2 in slightly better conditions, although still very challenging. And the winner was 198 Andy Steward. Great win, and he was using his blue grade advantage to great effect, because this time Neal Smith couldn't get close. Good race though.